Today, I wanted to talk about an issue that is becoming relevant in the baseball industry, which is the compensation of minor league baseball players. Now, I wanted to compare it to another sport, so I decided to do some research into what players at the same level of the hockey industry are being compensated compared to what players in the AAA division of baseball were being compensated each year compared to hockey industry players at that same level. So, AAA baseball is the highest level of minor league baseball, which is basically if you're called up one more level, you're in the pros. So the average baseball player in the MLB is making $4 million a year when you put all of the players together, and the lowest level player would be making about $450,000 a year minimum for rookie MLB players. Now AAA, which I stated was one level below that, the minimum contract that a player can get is $10,750. So that is a level of pay that only goes from April to September when the season happens. So in the off season, these players are pretty much on their own in terms of how they're going to make ends meet for their family or even for themselves if the level is that low. Um, so a lot of these players, I got to speak with them this summer when I worked for a team that's in this league of AAA, and a lot of them say that obviously they're unwilling to get or they're unable to get full-time jobs just for the months of October to February when they're off. So a lot of them have to go give hitting lessons at facilities and something up that alley just to help out their family, or maybe they'll have a spouse that has to work full time basically so that they can pursue their dream. And obviously, it's definitely a freedom that they have with the talent they're given to be able to still pursue their dream of playing a sport. But $10,000 a year is definitely not obviously at the level of minimum wage for any worker that works in a job in any other industry. So I just don't think that it's right that these players make so little money when they're considered the top 1% in their sport in the entire world. Now, an AHL player, as I stated, I would compare the two, has an average salary of $45,000 a year, and that spans throughout their entire year, regardless of if they're in season or not. So, one of the cool um, online social media outlets that has come to grow and try to make action to this issue, it's called Minor League Grinders. It's an Instagram and Twitter handle that kind of sends posts to this Instagram handle to show kind of the imperfections of minor league baseball and why changes need to be made in order to give these guys the right amount of money to pursue this dream and to be able to continue to do this for their family and themselves.